Good morning. This has been on my heart for a while, and this morning it all just kind of came pouring out. It actually started yesterday with just a little bit, and today, even before I could read in my Bible, it all just came out of me. So I want to use this time to encourage, to inspire, to remind. Okay, so here it goes. I call it the journey up the mountain. Here's what I have. You will see all of it when you reach the top, but you have to keep going until you reach the top. It is never easy, but it is and will be worth it. All of these crags, divots, and loose rocks are part of the process. They are part of your story. When did you think you walked out of favor of God? Just because people leave you and disappoint you doesn't mean God will. Do not confuse God with people. The higher up the mountain you go, the less people will be by your side. There may be no one at all at the top with you, but continue to climb. Do not be angry or condemn those who falter or stop. They are not meant to continue on this journey with you until the end. Think of all the people at the bottom of Mount Everest. They all have the same desires, same plan, and same intentions. As the journey began to come to Mount Everest, people dropped off along the way when problem situations arose. I'll call those distractions. Now everyone at the bottom of Mount Everest are all those that made the sacrifice, proved their commitment, and trained for this very thing. As the journey up the mountain begins, you will be excited and hear many cheers of encouragement. You have so much hope, faith, and excitement for the journey. You've done your research, you know the facts, you know this will be hard, but you are prepared. As the first few struggles arise, you will still remain confident and know this is part of the journey. You start to feel the muscle fatigue and your body begins to tire. People begin tapping out for a myriad of reasons. You're dismayed. How could they give up when they've sacrificed so much to get here? You may judge and condemn them for their lack of faith even. You continue on your journey for a while and you look around. More people have tapped out and retreated. You feel the pangs of sadness that they will no longer be with you on this journey. You're thankful for those who have stuck with it and continued. You can count on them. As time passes, it gets more and more difficult. The end feels very far away. Life, death situations become reality. It now makes sense and is rational to turn around and give up. Something within you continues to want to get to the top. As you get into the parts of this journey where your feet are on unstable ground, one wrong move can mean death, and the doubts set in. Is this really the will of God? Surely something this challenging would have more God divine reinforcements along the way. For one reason or another, people leave your path. They encourage you to join them. You know this is the path you're meant to go on. People you thought you could count on have left you. Some have told you you're wrong and told you to turn back. There's very few left while you continue to climb. You are now scaling this mountain at times. It hurts. You have cuts and bruises. Does a God-given plan allow you to have cuts and bruises? If God told you to take this journey, wouldn't he protect you from all of this? You're now very exhausted and discouraged. You know you've gone very far when you look back and you're proud of your accomplishments. There's very few with you to celebrate. The ones there with you at the beginning and know how far you come are there. It feels unreal. Doubt becomes a constant at this point, but you continue to take one foot in front of the other. Your resolve is there to continue. Little minute things along the way encourage you to continue. It is hard to breathe as you climb and travel. Every breath is a struggle. You remember with fondness how life used to be when you were down the mountain, how easy things used to be. Why didn't you appreciate all those things you then took for granted? If you had to do it all over, you would do so many things different. Regret consumes much of your thinking as you continue. You don't know how close you are to the top, but you know you've made growth. What will it be like when you finally reach the top? What will you see? Why did God send me on this journey anyway? When will all of this make sense? What about all the loss you've had along the way? As you've climbed, you've continued to have to remove things from your essentials to continue. You've had to unload things that meant everything to you. Did God see that? Does God care how much it hurt you, yet you did it anyway? You'll never be able to retrieve those things. They are gone forever. Each person that travels up Mount Everest needs a guide. These people know the way and are there to help you continue. They see the end and they have reached it before. They know what's coming, but they cannot and will not force you or anyone else to continue. They will try to encourage you and listen to you when you are discouraged or hurt by what happened, but they cannot make you go on. That is something you must do on your own. This is your journey. All those you counted on who have hurt you, disappointed you, abandoned you, when you counted on them, needed them, expected to have your back, you now see that they were just part of your journey. When you continue to step further up the mountain away from them and where they last were in your life, you see that you did not need them like you thought you did. The one thing that has been a constant is your guide. It is infuriating at times when they repeat themselves or don't help you, but just give you words of encouragement. When you look back, everything they've said has been right and always pointed in the right direction. As you're so far up the mountain now, you tend to lean on the wisdom of the guide more and more. The guide hasn't taken you up the mountain before, but its wisdom and knowledge have helped you, guided on, and even saved your life at times. People who rejected the guide's wisdom and advice gave up along the way. You now see the value of each and every word that the guide gave to you. It doesn't even matter what the end looks like. You are now confident that as long as you put one foot in front of the other, you are doing what you were meant to do. Now, it should be probably pretty easy to see that the guide is the Bible. And people dismiss all the wisdom, all the direction, all of the advice that's given in the Bible. But it's valuable and crucial, and the more you read it, the more you get out of it. And we must take heed to really listen to what it says. It has been very hard to lose people in my life that I really thought that I would be able to count on. But there is one constant that has never left me, and that is God. And I just need to hold on. I need to just keep putting one foot in front of the other. As people mock, as people ridicule, as people condemn and criticize, they're not on the same journey that I am. They're not on your journey. So I encourage you, one foot in front of the other, one breath at a time. You can make this journey. It doesn't even matter what the end goal is. You do what you are called to do, and in the end, you'll be rewarded.